Hey everybody, this is Oscar once again from the Side Hustle Playbook, and in today's video we're going to finally try out our mug heat press, tumbler heat press that we got through Alibaba. Have never done sublimation before, so we'll see how this goes. We got our long-awaited Epson F170 printer, so we're finally able to print some sublimation transfers and see how this goes. Did a quick test of it just to make sure I wasn't gonna burn myself or that there was going to be no issues with the heat press itself. Everything looks good, so I'll finally give it some real tests and see how it goes. One of the things I first noticed, again, being my first time doing sublimation, this Epson doesn't come with any specific software, so the instructions just say to install the driver, and that'll give you the print profiles that you need. So I'm just going to be using Photoshop. I'll be doing a color template first, and just so I can see the different how the different colors will look once we print it out and actually sublimate. One thing I noticed is the coloring as far as like the greens and things like that aren't as vibrant as I'm seeing on my screen. So I'm not sure if once I actually sublimate, will the true color show, or is that what it's looking like and I need to fix something on my my color profiles that I'm using. For this print, I'm using or letting the Epson manage the color. So the Photoshop is just going to send it to the Epson, and the Epson should manage it. Looked around for different settings to see what other people were doing, and there's not too much information on the F170 with its own profiles. You see a lot of information if somebody converted an Epson DeskJet to a sublimation printer, but not much on this one. So I'm assuming that the color profiles, that it comes with in the driver will handle this just perfectly, but we'll see. So let's go ahead and get started, and we'll see how this goes. All right, so here's a quick template that I've kind of been building. I've used some parts and pieces from other folks and just trying to get something that I can use on the regular. But what I want to do right now is I'm just going to import a image that has this color map on it. Again, this is just for myself, just to try to get a good idea of how colors are going to come out with this thing, various colors as we start using this more and more. Last thing I want to do is be surprised or expect a color to come out and it comes a little off. Sometimes that happens on our DTG machine, and having to readjust on the fly can be a little tough. So I'm just going to print it on one side. This is a 8.5 by 14 template that I created. And so this allows me to do 2 mugs or 2 images at one time. And what I'll do though is let's turn off that stuff, and we'll turn off that. We can leave my cut lines there just so I know where center is. But again, this is just going to be a test mug, so it's not too important. So we'll go ahead and print this bad boy out, and then we'll give it a heat press, and we'll go from there. All right, so got this first mug done really quick. Not really going to go in to try to make it perfect as far as the how I taped everything up, but we'll see how this goes. I did put a piece of um, high quality copy paper as my blowout paper, just to see, make sure in case I run into any issues, it won't blow out on me and mess up this heat press. So I'm going with what the mug manufacturer recommends, which was 400 degrees at 270 seconds. So that's what we're gonna try. We'll see how it goes and see how this bad boy comes out. All right, so let's go ahead and see how this came out. A little char on the top of the paper. I think that's because it's a little loose right there. Anything that stuck to the mug was pretty good. So we'll just start taking this off. There's my blowout. Should switch hands here. Take this off. And now let's try and take this off in one swoop. It's not exactly one swoop. Gotta do a little bit better with my tape arrangement. But we definitely don't want the paper to touch again. And there we go. Alright. So we got it all off. And that's what we got. So not bad. A couple things that I'll probably need to do on my template is lower it a tad, because I think I'm a little high here on the bottom. But the colors look good. So let's go ahead and see what it looks like now with the actual design that we wanted to do. Again, I think I'm going to be a little high initially. But again, these are tests, so we'll see what comes of it. And then I think my paper is a little high right here, so I think that's where I messed up. As you can see right there, there's some paper that is stuck to it. I'm sure I could probably clean that off once it cools down, but we'll see. But overall, now we have our color guide, so if I miss on a color, I can kind of look at this and then double check my color settings on the Photoshop for the specific color I'm looking for. All right, let's move on to the next one. One thing I will say, and I just wanted to say this, the smell that this is making is a little bit weird. I'm assuming it's just the whatever that heat element is maybe burning off for the first time. But my wife even came in to ask me, like, what's that smell? It's not a burning smell. It's almost like fish. Like it's an awkward smell. Pretty strong. I'm hoping it'll burn off eventually. But just wanted to throw that in there in case you grab one of these, you turn it on, you're like, hey, you never said anything about that smell. So you've been warned. right, so here's our second one. So let's go ahead and take the paper off and see what we got. One thing I do need to probably fix, I'm going a little bit too high on the paper here. I think I'm asking for trouble if I keep doing that. So on my next ones, I'll definitely cut that off, maybe go a little lower so it doesn't go and char a little bit like this. I mean, it hasn't done anything other than this, but again, not 100% comfortable with that. But let's go ahead and see what this looks like and see if our coloring and everything that we want to come out came out properly. So this is where it gets fun, trying to take all this off in one swoop. Without burning. The biggest issue that I've heard or seen is you don't want to be playing with it too much because that's when you can get some ghosting issues. But let's see what this bad boy looks like. Oh, that is legit. Very, very happy with the colors. It definitely looks way more vibrant than it did on the paper, so I guess that's normal. But that is awesome. Might have to, again, like I said before, I might have to adjust my template. I think I'm going a little high. Maybe go, maybe half or a quarter of an inch down, maybe so it starts right there. But other than that, very, very happy with this. I think this one came out great. What do you guys think? All right, guys. Well, overall, really happy with the results. We'll probably have to do a little tweaking on my template. Once I get it fully done, I'll definitely share it with you guys if you guys want to use it. It'll be for 8.5 by 14. But you can, I'll do also an 8.5 by 11 at some point once I get some of that paper. All that was available was 8.5 by 14, so I've just been kind of working off of that. I'll do one for the 15-ounce mugs as well. I'll be working on that next, and then I'll do the tumblers. But overall, very happy with the Epson color. Looks great. Again, I was a little worried at first when I first printed out and saw the green look so, almost yellowish. But once we actually pressed it, looked great. That color map basically helped me out and feel at ease, because once I saw that, I was pretty confident my colors were going to look good. So using the printer, the Epson printer, to manage the colors, so far so good. We'll be doing some more mugs and putting them on our Etsy and Shopify stores to give some more offerings. But the heat press itself, very easy to use, very easy to set up. Happy with that as well, other than that smell. Right now my garage does smell like a little funk. It's just this awkward smell that doesn't smell too good. So opening up the windows, airing it out, which I normally do a little bit when I have when I'm doing some pre-treat on the DTG machines, but never have I had to open it up this much. It's just it's a pretty strong smell. Again, not like an oh my god I can't work in this, but it is a little awkward, and we'll see. I'm really hoping that it will burn off, so I'll definitely keep you guys posted. Check our blog, or if I do another video once I do some tumblers and things like that, I'll definitely keep you guys posted on if that smell eventually goes away. But as far as the mug press, tumbler press itself, it's been pretty awesome. I was very happy with it. The sizing is great because I can put 2 mugs in there and do them both at one time, and then I can go with the skinny tumblers. So that's what I'll be hopefully doing next and getting that going. So I want to thank everybody so much for the support. I'm trying to share what I know, and hopefully you guys are getting some value out of it. If there's any questions you guys have, you guys know me, feel free to email me anytime, leave a comment here. I'll do what I can to help or answer any questions. But again, appreciate the support. We'll keep doing videos, hopefully some ride-alongs where we go get some inventory, because I am getting short on eBay inventory. Just haven't had the time. It's been, when you're kind of still working a full-time job, time can always fluctuate, making it difficult. So But looking definitely to go to a Goodwill, get some more inventory, see what we can find out there. So we'll definitely do like a ride along video on that. And then we'll just kind of keep hustling here. So hopefully everybody's doing great. Hopefully you're having a great December going into the end of the year. And we will see you guys on the next one. Take care.